Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Thank you. Sorry for that. My laptop is just showing me frames today. I don't know why. Just do this. All right, guys. Where did I say these buildings are? Guys, where are they based in Joburg? Anyone?
Sir, can I try?
Yes?
Sir, isn't it in the CBD?
Nope.
Sir, wouldn't it be
Yes.
in Fenton?
That's a Fenton over there. And both of them are actually in Fenton, okay? I don't know if I asked you these questions before. This company has been in the news lately. Did I ask you about this company? Hello? Did I ask you guys that company? Guys, can you hear me?
Sir, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Please tell me about this company then. Anyone, please share. What do you guys know about this company? Let me start with this. What is it responsible for? What does it do? What is its main business?
Medical aids.
Medical aid and insurances, right? It has been in the news recently. Do you guys know why?
Sir, we cannot hear you.
You can't hear me still.
Yes, sir. I think it's the network.
Sir, we can't hear properly.
We really
Oh.
can't, sir.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Now I can't hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. We were talking about discovery. It has been in the news recently. What was the main reason as to why it was in the news?
Insurances and medical aids.
Yes, but why was it in the news recently? What has been happening? Do you guys know?
No, sir, we don't.
Sir, on which
Um,
channel?
Yes?
So I think it has to do something with race. Yeah.
You are right. It's about doctors. And Discovery, which other companies are in the whole dilemma, involved in the whole dilemma? besides Discovery. There's two more. All right, guys, I'm just going to give you guys as a homework. Please find out what's going on with Discovery and two other companies. They are involved in a racism law where they discriminate against Black Indian colored doctors. Okay, it's all about doctors, medical practitioners. Please find out as to what is happening. It's Discovery and two other companies. I'm going to be asking you guys what you guys found out tomorrow. Please make sure that you find out as to what's happening to those companies. I'm going to talk more about non-current assets, guys. Non-current assets are assets that we expect to use. I think I did explain this yesterday. We expect to use or convert into cash over a period exceeding 12 months. Unlike your current assets, remember current assets, we expect to convert them within 12 months. We expect to convert them into cash or use them within 12 months. Non-current assets, we expect to convert them into cash or use them over a period exceeding 12 months. This is for current assets. Current assets are expected to be used or converted into cash within 12 months, and non-current assets are expected to be used for a period exceeding 12 months. Yes, Tiamo?
Sir, I can't hear you properly.
Why can't you hear me? I don't know, I've tried everything.
Sir, I think there's something wrong with your network or your speaker.
Okay, guys, I have no idea what's going on now. Really have no idea.
Sir,
Yes.
I can hear you properly now.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Let's check. I spoke about current assets. Current assets, we expect to use them or convert them into cash within a period of 12 months. And non-current assets, on the other side, we expect to convert them or use them for a period exceeding 12 months. Those will be your non-current assets. And I also gave you examples of non-current assets, which will be your vehicles, equipment, machinery, patents, and copyrights, land and buildings, etc. Okay, note that land and buildings does not depreciate in value over time. Instead, it appreciates in value. That's why when we spoke last time, guys, I asked you to advise your parents to invest more into their property, to put more payments towards their bond payments, and just to make sure that even if they lose their jobs, you guys still have shelter, you still have property to stay in, right? That is because, guys, rather than investing in fancy cars, fancy what, you rather invest in property, because property does not lose value over time. Property does not lose value over time. It appreciates in value. Instead of depreciating, it appreciates in value, okay? Property does not lose value over time. It appreciates in value. So invest in property than to invest in depreciable assets like your cars, so on and so forth. Okay. And then I'm going to get into liabilities, guys. What are liabilities? Liabilities are simply present obligations. They must be present obligations, and they must arise from a past event. The past event is taking the liability, and the settlement is expected to result in an outflow from the entity of economic benefits. It results in an outflow from the entity of economic benefits. What did I say economic benefits are, guys? Anyone? What did I say economic benefits are? Guys, what did I say economic benefits are? All righty, guys. I said economic benefits is simply money. Economic benefits will be money. So a present, an obligation, a liability, it's simply an obligation that you took. It's an obligation that you took, and when you pay it, settlement is to pay. When you pay it, it will result in money going out. Outflow is going out. It will result in money going out. It will result in you having to pay money. So that is what a liability is. A liability is simply an obligation that you took, and when you pay it, it will result in money going out. That is the definition of a liability. So you can actually write it the way I've just explained it right now. It is a present obligation that you took and which you will have to pay in the future. And when you pay it, obviously money will go out. All right. And I've explained, you need to also remember what a present obligation is. It is a duty or responsibility to act or perform in a certain way. Obligations may be legally enforceable as a consequence of a binding contract or statutory requirement, e.g., when buying on credit, the business will have to sign a credit agreement with the creditor. A person or entity that the business owes is a creditor. Please remember that. No, the obligations must exist at present. This whole thing, I'm just explaining what an obligation is. It is your duty to perform a certain service or act. So basically, if you took money from me, it is your duty to pay me, and that obligation needs to be met. Otherwise, it will be legally enforceable. I will sue you and probably take you to court until I repossess all your assets. That will result in the repayment of what you owe me. All right. Now, liabilities, guys, as I've said, the past event is obtaining the obligation when you enter into a credit agreement, that is, okay? The settlement is the repayment. So when you settle an obligation, it's when you repay by performing a duty. So when you repay the loan, we call that a settlement. Okay, an outflow of economic benefits results in a decrease of an asset. Remember yesterday, I told you that bank is an asset. So basically, when you repay your liability, bank will decrease. And that is because bank is an asset, it means your asset is decreasing. When you repay the loan, bank will decrease. Please remember these definitions, guys, because they're very, very important. When I ask you what is a liability, these are the words that I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to say it is a present obligation that will result in money that you have taken. Basically, it's a present obligation that you took that will result in money going out. That's all I'm looking for. So a liability is a present obligation that you took that will result in money going out. When you have to repay that obligation, money will go out. Liabilities, just like assets, will be divided into two. We have current liabilities. Liabilities are simply current liabilities are simply liabilities that we expect to settle within 12 months. We expect to settle within 12 months. Your current liabilities are liabilities that we expect to settle within 12 months. 12 months is just a year. It is similar to current assets. However, remember what I said about current assets. I said to you, current assets are simply assets that we expect to use or convert into cash within 12 months. Current assets we expect to use or convert into cash within 12 months. What else? Liabilities are simply liabilities that we expect to settle within 12 months. We expect to settle within 12 months. Current liabilities are liabilities we expect to settle within 12 months, meaning that we need to repay that liability or perform a service that is equivalent to repaying the liability within 12 months. That is within a year, a period that is less than 12 months. And these are examples of your liabilities. We've got trade creditors. Trade creditors are the people that we buy from on credit. Trade creditors are the people we buy from on credit. The others, guys, I will explain them as time goes, like your accrued expense, income received in advance, current portion of the loan. Those ones I will explain later on as we go deep into accounting. And then we've got non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities are liabilities that we expect to settle for a period exceeding 12 months. Non-current liabilities are liabilities that we expect to settle for a period exceeding 12 months. So these ones can be settled after 12 months. These are liabilities we expect to repay after 12 months. They are of long-term nature. So long-term in accounting is a period exceeding 12 months. Short-term is in accounting is a period within 12 months, right? It's a period less than 12 months. So these liabilities we expect to settle them after 12 months. We expect to repay them after 12 months. And remember, when we repay these liabilities, they will result in money going out. Non-current liabilities, both non-current liabilities and current liabilities, they will result in money going out. With current liabilities, money will go out within 12 months. With non-current liabilities, money will only go out after 12 months. Okay, that is the period and that you need to remember. Who can tell me what a bond is? A mortgage bond, what is it?
Sir,
Yes.
it's a payment that you have to pay towards your house every month.
A mortgage loan, it's simply a loan you took in order to buy property, and it has to be repaid every month. Yes, Tiamo? Okay.
Sir, I was gonna say the same thing.
Oh, okay. A bond is a long-term loan used to finance the purchase of a house. It is a long-term loan used to finance the purchase of a house. If your house, guys, is worth, let's say, 3 million rand or 2 million rand, or mine is around 1 million rand, I don't have 1 million rand right now. So I took a loan to buy this house, okay? And obviously I have to repay it in monthly installments every month. I have to repay it in monthly installments over a period of 20 years, by the way. I have to repay this over a period of 20 years, okay? Now, this is the advice that I will give you guys. Normally, when you start working at around 21, 23, when you want to buy property, your parents will normally tell you that you're still young. Please know that you don't even need to get married for you to buy a house or property, because if you get married or whatever, you can just decide to rent it out. And then you can make monthly rental income from that house, okay? Normally parents will tell you that you're still young to buy a house. Guys, please do your math. You're doing math and you're doing accounting, and you need to tell your parents that actually, mom, dad, I'm old enough to have a house. It's better for you to start by buying a house first and then buy a car. A house will inform you as to how much you can afford to buy a car. Now, let me just tell you this, guys. Minimum payment, minimum term of a bond is 20 years. If you start working at 23, it means you will actually finish repaying that loan at the age of 43. So basically, you're 23, your loan term is 20 years. You will finish repaying that loan over a period of 20 years, which means that you will be 43 when you finish paying off your bond. And guys, at 43, that's when, if you have a child, that's when your child will start varsity. So you need to have a varsity money at that time. So the earlier you start paying the bond, the better. Okay, you don't have to wait for 40. If you start paying your bond at 40, you will stop paying your bond at 60. And at 60, guys, it's time for you to retire and you're busy paying a bond. So the earlier you start, the better. You better start buying a house immediately when you start working. If you're fortunate, guys, ask your parents to give you a loan instead of getting a loan from the bank, because the loan from the bank charges a higher interest rate. Okay. What is owner's equity, guys? Owner's equity is simply when you take all your assets, you minus all your liabilities. Owner's equity is when you take all your assets, you minus all your liabilities. Unfortunately, my time is up. Sorry for today, guys. I don't know what was going on with my laptop and the whole mic thing. Sorry for that. Please, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. You don't have work for today, but from next week, I will start giving you guys work. Please read the notes. Did you all get the notes that I sent? Did I send you guys notes today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I did.
Please read
Yes,
them.
sir, you did.
Please read the PDF notes, all right? The notes, if I didn't send, I'll check the group right now. Please make sure you read through them because your classwork will be based on that. For today, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Have an awesome weekend, okay?
You too, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.